Hello everyone and welcome. We are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we're picking up exactly where we left off last episode. This is a fuel module, hopefully on its way to Kerbin Station. We had just launched it into orbit on a pretty wacky kind of vehicle, and yeah, so what we got to do is put it into orbit, and the idea of this is that it holds a bunch of fuel. I did take a lot of the fuel out, but still, it's a big tank. I can put more into it, and to support a Kerbin system runabout, a vessel that is capable of once it's in orbit, of traveling around either to the moon or to Minmus, coming back to Kerbin Station. Kerbin Station will be like its home port. It can fuel up and keep going. So the idea is that it's going to be a space only vehicle, and so that's going to be kind of the plan for today. So is to get that up, get that going, and for its first mission, if I go into map view, I do have, if I head out here to Minmus, in orbit around Minmus, zoom in here, there it is. I have Mark VM's Derelict. We have a Kerbal to rescue, and that Kerbal unfortunately has been there for quite some time. I went to Minmus last episode, and unfortunately I didn't leave an empty seat to be able to pick him up. So we went to Minmus, waved hi, and then just kind of left again. So the first job for my new Kerbin system runabout is going to be to fly to Minmus, pick up Mark, and then bring him back down and dock him. There's Kerbin Station over here, and that's going to be the whole thing. Whether I get all that done today or not, I don't know. One of the issues that I do have is I was pressed for time and trying to finish off the stream last week, and ended up launching this without paying any attention to my launch window. And I can see here, like, this is like really bad. We're in the lower orbit here. We want to get to Kerbin Station. Unfortunately, because we're in the lower orbit, we're going to be going faster, so we're going to continually be pulling away from the station. Probably the most fuel efficient way to go is to actually wait until it comes all the way around and comes in behind the station again. Not sure if I'll wait that long, but either way, it's going to take a little while. There's no rush with this. It's clearly not coming up to its transfer to the station window very, very soon. So I think what I'm going to do instead is bring up the crew. There's nobody on Kerbin Station right now, so I'm going to go back to the Kerbal Space Center, and we're going to bring up the crew in our little orbiter that's going to do the first mission with this Kerbin system runabout we plan to build. So that's pretty much the whole plan. Now, before I get too far ahead of myself, I always like to take a moment at the beginning of these streams to recognize my Patreon patrons and YouTube members who help to support this channel. Their support is very appreciated, and I in particular like to always welcome aboard my most recent Patreon patrons and YouTube members. All three of these, by the way, are YouTube members. So welcome aboard Oliver Gottvick, Snorty, and William H. Edwards. Thank you very much to those three, and of course a continued and thank you to everybody who supports this channel directly, as well to the people that just whoops, I'm hitting the wrong button here. And I hit the wrong button again, and this time I hit the right button. There we go. And of course to everybody who just supports the channel indirectly, either through attending live streams like this, or commenting, or liking and subscribing, and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, let's get ourselves into the vehicle assembly building and get ourselves a vessel up to our station. Now, I already do have the vessel. It is this guy, the CO, which stands for Crude Orbiter -01. That's a crude orbiter that can hold, no, this isn't the right, yes it is, that can hold 3 Kerbals. So I've used this orbiter before. I've never given it a name, so I'm going to officially christen this fella now. So we're going to get out, I think it's under here, isn't it? Yes, we're going to give this a name here. We're going to call this, turn it that way, where's the text field? We're going to call this Gemini. Or as the NASA folks would have said back in the day, Gemini, they probably still say that, but I know if I try to say Gemini, I'll say it once or twice, and then I'll revert back to Gemini, and that'll get even more confusing. So I am going to say Gemini, and this is going to be the second version of this, because one of them's already flown up, did a couple of things, rescued a Kerbal actually, and came back down. So this is going to be Gemini 2, and I know that makes no sense, because this is a 3-crewed capsule. If I take a look here, it has 3 seats. These are not necessarily going to be my crew. Gemini, it was called Gemini because it held 2, right? Gemini is astrological symbol for the twins and all this kind of stuff. But I don't care. I could call it Apollo, I guess, but I have no intention really of ever bringing this to the moon, so it doesn't feel like an Apollo. So it is Gemini. I'm sorry about that. Let's change the... Let's nationalization. Nationalize. It's the NASA font. Okay, let's get rid of this fairing too while I'm at this. Oh, I guess I have to close this. Let's get rid of the fairing while I'm at this too. Fairing's just bothering me. I'm gonna have to rebuild it in a sec anyway. Oh, and the capsule went black. Why did the capsule go black? Oh my gosh, stuff is happening. Can I... Because now I can't see what I wrote. Pod. Squad. Squad back. Let's put it all shiny. There we go. That looks okay. Okay, let's refix this because it's clearly too... We'll shrink the scale down a little bit. I don't like how... I guess I could put the numbers in. That feels pretty good. And I want to put this on the mirror symmetry and put 2 of them on here if I can. Nope. So there's 1 on either side. That still doesn't look quite right. Man, come on. Maybe a little more that way. That looks pretty good. So this is Gemini. I'm going to put this up here so I can remember that. I can type. There we go. So this is going to be our Gemini vessel. We're going to save that. There we go. Call it the Cerberus. Maybe the next one. Maybe that'll be our... maybe that should be our Runabout that I'm going to be building later. Okay. So this is Gemini. Okay. That is all set. Now the other thing I want to do with this is I have now a launch escape system. And I am playing this game without... Here, we'll stick it up here temporarily. I am playing this game without any reverts. I'm playing this on hard mode. This is why I call it the hardcore career, whatever it did put on the thumbnail. Because I'm playing it on hard mode, I have the science turned down to a further 30% to really slow down my progress even more than that, and as well I can't quick save, I can't revert flights, I can't do anything. So I would like to have the ability, not that this really comes up, but I would like to have the ability to rescue my Kerbals should I need to, and I'm hoping that, you know, like if I abort, I can get this out. I would like the ability to abort and get my Kerbals to safely should I need to. Okay, there we go, because I can't revert. So actually, this might not be a bad way to do this. I don't have this. No, it's not in the staging. What I might just do, let's get right into now. Do I have an abort action group? I do. Good. Okay, so I do have enough of those. So for the abort, if I go to do, I think it's going to stick just fine just to the docking port. Just like that. On the abort action group, we're going to fire this off, so activate those engines. We also have to decouple the command pod. We'll test this in just a second, and we'll have to deploy this fairing. And that should, if I hit the abort key, which by the way is the backspace key on the keyboard, in case you don't know, that should take care of all of that. Also, when I stage the fairing now, I will also have to get rid of this escape tower, which will involve, and I have that attached to the gear action group, staging the fairing, which involves undocking that node and firing off that engine that way. That's what's going to happen normally. So we'll test both of those things, make sure they work, and then we'll put a crew in here, and we'll see how it goes. Build the fairing back. should be it. Hoping this will fit on here kind of cleanly. See if I can close it onto there. Alright, that looks okay. It's a very big fairing. Very big fairing on a very stumpy rocket. Oh, I can up the launch thrust here a little bit. Not really. I did add some weight with that escape tower. It still is pretty healthy for Delta V. It's not super duper though. Okay, let's save this. And let's just give it a test. So, oh wait, shoot, I can't revert. I can't revert. I guess we can just recover it. It'll be fine. So it'll cost us a bit of money. So we'll have to do the test and then recover. Sure, launch. Okay. So this is going to be an abort test. To make sure the whole abort system works okay. I already said I'd call it Cerberus. Cerberus. Not this one though. The next one I'll call Cerberus. Okay. Alright, so I should be able to just hit the abort key and everything should just take care of itself. Let's see. Okay, there's that, and then if I hit gear and parachutes. There we go. Hey. That's the idea. Crew's all safe. That just blew up. Unfortunately, I can't revert, so I actually have to recover. I'll destroy my launch pad. No. This won't destroy the launch pad. You see, the rest of the rocket is left behind, so this actually probably doesn't cost me a lot because I'm going to be recovering most of it. And, okay. Recover. Let's fly it for real. Let's fly it for real. I don't know. I always get comments about my use of the escape tower because even on games where I do play with reverts and stuff, I like the escape tower. It's unnecessary completely. Even here, it's probably unnecessary. Let's see. Recover this. Yeah, I'm getting most of my funds back. I'm getting 12,426 funds back plus whatever was the pod. Alright, we gotta pick a crew. But I don't know, I always think it looks nicer. You know what I should do? Because I'm noticing the fairing's coming out shiny. Is what if I change this to shiny? It's all shiny. Everything's shiny. Yeah. Okay. Save. Okay. Minmus crew. So this is going to be the crew. I'm going to call it the Cerberus because that seems to be coming up in the chat. Of the Cerberus once it's built. So, but for now they're just going to the station. So let's clear this out. I want to have a pilot who has maybe not gone to Minmus. And Valentina was on the surface of Minmus just last episode. Gosh, I still only have 2 pilots, don't I? I really hope Mark, the person I'm out to rescue, is a pilot. Well, Deluxe has already orbited Minmus. Oh well, that's it. This also, there's not going to be a use for scientists, so I'm just going to put an engineer on there. So I got a fair amount of it. I got David here. David's only orbited Kerbin. Gek has done a flyby of Minmus. Max has done an orbit of Minmus. I want to pick the person who gets the most benefit. Ooh, this person has, William C. here, has orbited the moon. How do you fly by Kerbin? How does that work? I don't know. But he has orbited the moon and has somehow flown by Kerbin. So, never been to Minmus. Fuzzy Juan here, also never been to Minmus. And Bill. Bill has only orbited Kerbin. Let's send Bill. This will probably bring Bill up to level 2. And I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to put a scientist aboard. I have 3 scientists. No, let's keep the scientists behind. You misspelled Gemini. I did. Oh, I did in the... Yes, I definitely did. Sorry. I don't think I did on the rocket. I think I just did it in the... Let me check here. No, here I spelled it right, but here I definitely did not. Okay, thank you. Save that. That means I got old ones. Why don't I delete the old ones now? So now I got it with the wrong spelling of Gemini. We're going to delete that. And there is the CO, which is still the same rocket without the Gemini written on it. Boom. There we go. Delete that. Okay. Now I'm happy. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Now. No, let's just launch. Crew. Everything's good. Oh, this. Oh. I'm looking at my staging. Just get this right out of here. That's going to be staged through an action group. It's not going to be staged through the regular staging. Okay, that's good. Now we're launch. Yeah, John, I think you're absolutely right. I think I probably picked up that Kerbal in a rescue from the moon. And then did, came back to Kerbin, but the Parallax was probably in the atmosphere, and it somehow counted that as a flyby. I don't know. I still find that the terminology is weird. Technically, he's suborbital. Technically, I think that should be whatever. I shouldn't worry about it. Okay, we're going to the station. So let's set the station as a target. This time I will launch at the correct time, which is, of course, when the station, there we are, we're here, is just passing overhead. So we're going to time warp. And then once we get these folks aboard, we'll bring over the fuel module, dock them all together. This will work out well, too, because I'll have an engineer who can strut the two modules together, so the whole station will be nice and secure. We're going to have a sunset launch here. Okay. Well, I got a level 2 pilot, so we'll have the lock to prograde and all that stuff. Look at the beautiful sunset. We'll watch that. And, SAS is on, throttle up. I usually wait. Let's time warp a little bit. I usually wait until the target icon's just at the end of the wing of the little bird. And then we'll go here. Okay, 3 and 2 and 1. We're off. We're off, and hopefully this will all go fine. This is an interesting, stumpy little rocket, I think. Start pitching over a little bit. And we should be able to just lock that sucker to prograde. I got a comment about the smoothness from the last stream. The smoothness of my launches and like how do I do that? And you must be hitting the WASD keys like all the time. Look, I am right now, where's the button? This one? I am not touching the WASD keys at all, right? I mean, I do every once in a while. I did a little bit of adjusting because I wanted to get this right on a 90-degree heading. But right now, I'm just not worrying about it. Now, I'm noticing I'm falling over a little bit too quickly, so I'm going to just take it off the lock to prograde. That'll help it hold its attitude for a bit. And then I'll lock it back to prograde. You don't want to do it too long because, or it might, if you get out of that prograde circle, it might flip around backwards. I'm going to do it again. Just have it hold its attitude because it was falling over just a little bit too quickly. And that. But the less user inputs you can put in my mind, the better. That's what I think. Look at that sun! It's beautiful. And I'm going to also reduce the throttle, which I'll admit has negligible effects when it comes to efficiency, but I just like doing it. I like to keep this time to apoapsis about a minute ahead. I find it makes it much easier to get a nice, consistent orbit when you go for that final insertion, because that final insertion burn will be very, very small. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, I do have to stage the fairing before I stage the next stage because the entire vessel is inside there. So I gotta keep an eye on that. I'd like to, you know what, I'm gonna keep this locked to prograde for a little bit. I think I'm a little low. I'm a little low. Little flamey. A little flamey. came over a little bit too quick. So we'll just keep it kind of pitching up a little bit. Okay, I think I gotta stage that fairing, so that is G. Alright, that worked out well. And now that. And again. Oh, doing okay. Just keeping it pitched up just a little bit above the prograde vector, just because I feel like I'm a little low. Still want to keep that apoapsis close by, though. What do you do if it isn't tipping over quickly enough? Typically, I don't worry too much about it if it isn't tipping over quickly enough. I mean, it all depends on it, but the whole reducing of the throttle will give it time to tip over more quickly as well. You know what I think? I think I got... Shoot, I got a bazillion lights aboard. I should have taken out that cargo. Oh well. So typically the answer to that question is I don't worry too much about it. You know, get it kind of going over. But if you reduce the throttle, it will start to fall over more quickly too. So it sort of takes care of itself. I think people get too obsessive about having this perfect ascent profile, and the whole, you know, constantly putting in user inputs takes away from efficiency too. Spend more time enjoying the ride. That's what I say. Okay, how am I doing here? How am I doing? My apoapsis is at just getting to 68 kilometers. I think I am going to lock the prograde now. And this is almost getting into space, so I think I'm just going to let this build to 80, and then we'll take care of stuff. Okay. Yeah, if you rely a little bit too much on KOS, it takes away. I love KOS though, but all of a sudden you do all these automated launches, and the next thing you know, it's like, I forget how to do this. It does take practice. Okay, we're almost in space. We're good here. I can put on my lights, open that up. Antenna. I remember somebody saying that might not deploy because it was behind the doors, and I opened it all up at the same time, but it seemed to work fine. So I'm not worried about that. Okay, almost at 80, but almost in an orbit too. The game just did the camera twirl thing. Okay, we're just in space. Let's just get to our apoapsis, but my periapsis is at 33 kilometers, so hardly anything. 528 meters per second still left in this vehicle, so we're all good. Fortunately, we're at night, but that's what the lights are for. I hope everybody's seeing this okay. It's always a little unpredictable how YouTube handles darkness. Alright, just wait. Okay, let's just find a little push here. Good enough. Slap that onto the north for solar panel purposes. I'm going to assume the sun is back there somewhere. Okay, let's set up our rendezvous with the station. I've done like a bazillion times before. That's worse. Nice up 0.6 kilometers. Let's see if I can get a little better. I get way too picky about this stuff. Get down to just 1 second time jumps. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I saw 0.5 kilometer. We'll go for that. So that burn's coming up in just 9.5 minutes. We'll reduce our throttle limiter to get this time burn of the burn a lot better. There we go. Okay. And I like to put this on free. I think it looks better. Oh, so last few flights, I've not had any of this locking to... I've not had a decent pilot along, so it's so nice. So nice with all the lock twos. Once you get level 3 pilot, you get the lock to the maneuver node, and that's even super sweet. Whoa, what? Oh, there's my time to the burn. I didn't know what I was looking at. I won't put that on there, but there we go. It's an 8-second burn, so I'm going to wait. Hope everybody can see that. It's kind of hidden in the clouds. I'm going to wait till I'm 8 seconds before the burn and go to half throttle, which is a typical thing I do when the burn's not that long. There we go. Lock to prograde, for goodness sakes. Okay, I see 517 meters here, so let's give a... Oh, that little RCS... Oh, no, that's, I guess, pretty close to what we got. Okay. Good, good, good. Where's the sun? For solar panels there. Okay. I guess we'll just get there. I mean, we're already... Yeah. 17 minutes to the target. Okay. And 2 minutes to go. Put that on target and retrograde. F4. You know, I don't remember having to always push F4 to get this to show up. I don't know when that happened, but I don't remember that being quite as bad as that. Okay, we're gonna just try and push this a little bit so that the retrograde's above where the anti-target icon is. Just a little above. I always find that's what works really well. Maybe a little closer to it too. Oh yeah, that's working. Nope. Okay. 40 meters separation coming up in just under 2 minutes. Oh, Starship's launching tomorrow. Sort of like Starship and New Glenn. Kind of playing leapfrog with their... I guess the weather's been really brutal. They've been both having to scrub launches. Okay, I'm only 20 seconds away, so I want to keep that time from going down any further than that. Okay, 40 seconds away now. Control from here. Now I got to think about what end of the station here. I'm going to just come in and do a stop and think about what end of the station do I want these folks on, because the module is going to go on the other end, and that's going to be a permanent permanent attachment. I'm just going to reduce my relative velocity quite a lot here. Give me some time to think. Okay. Does it matter? Let's look at this. Which end should the module go on? I think the module should go on this end. Maybe not. I'm looking at all... No. I'm going to put the module on this end. I'm going to put the Kerbals on this end. I've made a decision. That's my decision. Sure. I'm not sure if it really matters. Okay, let's go back to here. Set that as a target. I need to go which way? To the south. Oh, here. Let's put this on orbital. To the south. South is that away. Okay. And then if I put this on the north, it should all be lined up. Got a little bit coming in a little slow, but oh, I gotta back off. I can see that. Nope, still back off. There we go. Should be generally moving in the right direction. Using the eyeball technique. Oh, I'm starting to see... Okay, this is helping. Starting to see now the target icon on the nav ball. So all of this, there's a retrograde icon. They're all in a line. That's what you want to see. That means you're moving the right way. Probably change that to a prograde. There we go. I don't know why I chose this end. But it's what I did. What am I doing? Right now we're docking Deluxe and Bill here with my upstart Kerbin station. It's still only one Oh, wait. I really actually should be paying attention to what I'm doing here. We're almost there. And then we're going to bring a fuel module over here to dock that can be used to refuel ships. And then we're going to build ourselves a Kerbin system runabout. And the first mission is going to be to get it to rescue a Kerbal who's in orbit about Mimas. Okay, this is all great. All right, let's do the transferring of the cruise. And we shall shut down that engine. And I figure... Oh, I can actually lock now. This is nice. Lock it to that anti-normal vector because I got that lovely pilot aboard. Alright, so the idea now is to get our fuel module, which is already in orbit, dock it right there. So let's go see where our fuel module is. Boom. It is right here. It's made its way along a little bit. So let's switch to him. And we'll set this as a target again. We're in a really bad spot being ahead of it. We're catching up, but we got to go all the way around the planet. Or a good chunk of the way around the planet to catch up with them. Let's try. How long would this take? Just with time warping. Just trying to decide whether it's worth my time, or whether I should adjust my orbit and try and facilitate something a little more quickly. So you can see how far away our separations are, but now what I can do is just go here and start popping orbits, and with each orbit it should be getting better, better, better. Actually, with the other, it's going the other way, but that's okay. Is that making it better when I go that way? Yep. So it's going to be approximately, oh, it's only 3-4 hours from now. Let's just time warp that. We'll just time warp it. And we'll save fuel. The whole idea of this fuel module is to give us fuel, so why don't we, we'll do this the really lazy way. Okay, let's tweak this maneuver, though. Ooh, 0.2. Ooh. I don't know if I'm going to get any better than that. No, we have a 0.2, 200 meter separation here. Burns in just under 4 hours. I'm just going to time warp it. I hope people don't mind. Why mind? That's what time warping's for. Rather than fiddling with... I could fiddle with my orbit, but that costs fuel. It's a 3-second burn, so we'll do the same trick of just reducing this throttle. There, now it's an 8-second burn. Okay. We're going to do some... Oh, no, I can't F5. No, we're just going to time warp. Okay, so seizure warnings here. This is going to get flashy. Oh, not too flashy. Sorry, I was expecting it to go a lot quicker than this. Yeah, I gotta try and do that. I'm really bad at switching on the cap lock, Oliver. Okay, oh, I do not have locked prograde or anything like that on this vessel. Now, one thing I don't think I did is I do not think, no, I didn't adjust this, yaw, pitch, roll. I like to always turn off the yaw, pitch, and roll on these, but I think I was just in too much of a hurry. Now I got to do it all manually, and the burn is coming up. Still watching my time. All right, that's half of them. Ooh, whoa. Whoa, whoa. I got a mountain of thrust on that. 260. Wow. I might have gone... These are pretty heavy thrusters. I might turn down their limits, too. Let's see. Okay, we're going to do... I'm going to turn their thrust limiters as well to like 25%. So that was just giving me a lot of thrust. Okay, those all change. It's funny how those change with symmetry. Like if I change that to 25, it changes all of them that were at that symmetry. But if I do the show actuation toggles and do the yaw, pitch, and roll, it only changes that one. Yeah, and I have to do all of them. That's one of the things I do too, is I tend to go not... These are the big RCS blocks, I'm pretty sure. I tend to use the small ones, but I think because this was a big fuel tank, I went with the big ones, but I don't think I needed the big ones. I tend not to like a lot of thrust on there. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? We are 16 and a half minutes away, so let's get there. Okay, there's our station. And like I said, we're going to get our engineer to do some strutting. We also have a ton of lights. So I might get the engineer to also deal with that. We got to do a lot of slowing down. There'll be a lot of slowing down happening here. And I know I say this every time when I do docking, but the biggest thing, watch this time too. This time to your intersect. And if all of a sudden you're seeing it starting to rocket up, you just stop. Let yourself get closer. And then that way you won't be in that situation where suddenly your closest approaches become huge. You know, now it's getting closer. And I want to make sure as well that I can... Don't let this get to 0, because at that point you're passing it. But if you can hold that time steady, you're doing great. Which is what I'm doing right now. Now it's climbing a little. Alright. And again, I want to come to the north. So actually that is the right way we want this to go. That way. Pretty sure that way's north. No, it's not. That's why I should be in orbit mode. It's this way. That's the way I want it to go. There we go. Let's put it back in orbital so I can tell. Yeah. Okay. Control from here. And we're obviously going for the only docking port that's available. Let's see if I can just click on it. Come on. There we go. Set that as a target. Well, I don't know why I just rolled like that, actually, but I did. Nope. Did too much forward, I think. Coming in really fast. I'm really chasing that. I'm chasing the target vector around. That was a little hot. There we go. We're good. We got it. Boom. Done. Oh, I should have put on the cap lock. I forgot to do that. Okay, so we're going to shut down this end. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to, because I'm going to lose this in a little bit. But what I'd like to do, I got a lot of lights because I ended up bringing up a bunch of lights that I forgot were here from before. I think there's still lights. There's still more lights up here. I got so many lights, so many struts. Let's see if we can take advantage of a lot of this stuff. But first I want to do is strut this up, because this will never come apart again, and this will keep this from getting it all wobbly. So Bill is my strut man, and he has an EVA propellant pack. He does. So let go, Bill. Up you go. Now, one thing is, although I have a ton of struts actually on this vessel, I can make use of the struts that are right here. Bill can take them and then repurpose them. So if I grab this and just grab these struts, you should be able to just sneak them off. Yeah, let's stick it down there. Can I just stick the other end? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, that worked. That's worked. It's down in the vicinity that I want it to be. And grab that one. You always have to be careful not to grab the wrong thing. And if you just click it to something it can't click to, it just gives up. Then you get your control of your bill back. And And grab that. Laserify that, Bill. I mean, waste not, want not. And heck, I could steal solar panels. I could steal... I'm not going to do all that. It gets a little silly. Alright, let's get down there and let's see if we can make these struts something pretty. Make them pretty, Bill. So we're going to grab this one. We're going to go here to here. No lasers. Sometimes you get lasers and sometimes you don't get lasers. And then I'm going to go in between all the lights with the struts. So then I'm going to grab this one and go here to here. No lasers again. And then we're going to grab this one and go from here to here. And then we're going to grab this last one. Go from here. Oh, there's a light in the way. Oh, well. That's what it is. Right there. Alright. No laser show. I don't like it. I don't like the way this one came out. Let's see if we can move it. That's a little better. Alright, now I do have a ton of other lights. The question is, do I really need them? I mean, we've got these little spotlights here. We have tons of spotlights lighting up this middle bit. Here, Bill, can you, I'm just gonna get Bill. Let's throw that in there, see if I got room for a light now. So down in this storage unit, I think that's this one. How many lights did I bring? Oh my goodness, this is so unnecessary. Oh, we can't do that, so we'll have to do this. I'll have to make sure when I go back. This might work, let's see. So you just end up, if you can't put it in the Kerbal's inventory, the best plan is just to kind of play hopscotch with it and just move it up like this. Oh, I should also take these RCS blocks. They're just ugly. What if I just put it right? Okay, take this. Oh no, snap is off. Ah, shoot. Okay, get up there and fix that, Bill. If this doesn't look good, okay, snap on. Does the snap make it better? And then you can rotate. That's the wrong way. And then if we turn this on, it's sort of lighting this up, isn't it? I can, isn't there? Oh, does this light not have a? I thought this light could be tilted. Okay, I do have. Oh wait, maybe I. Oh, I do. I have the rotate tools here. I do this. Grab that. Just trying to get this to. I don't know. I think I just made that worse. Ah, poop. I don't think Bill's accomplishing anything, folks. I'll just leave that there. Alright, last thing I want to do is take out these RCS blocks. I don't like them. They bother me. So we're just going to randomly stick them on up here. And they can burn up on in the atmosphere on their way home. Thing is, there, up there. And this one. Actually, got one more idea with the lights. maybe this light works better up here. Snap on. Then we'll keep the rotate, take the snap off. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. Get another one. Try that. Why can't I grab that one down there? Problem is, as soon as you open that cargo mode, you lose control of your Kerbal. It might be too far. Why can't I grab this? Oh, I got something weird happening. I don't like that. Now I got a floaty. Oh, maybe because I had the rotate on. Okay, don't do that with the rotate tool on. Okay, I'm going to try one more thing with these lights, but I'm really getting close to just saying, we're done. Stick that there. Turn that on. And again, use this rotate tool, take the snap off. Go back and admire. I mean, I should put them all the way around. I don't think that looks terrible. I'm not going to do the rest of it today. I don't want to spend too much time fiddling around, but I love this stuff. I don't know. To me, it's kind of fine. Kind of fun. All right, Bill's going to get inside. He's done a good job. Board. The other thing I want to do is just get into this cargo and give Bill back. Oh, we spawned a new parachute. So Bill spawned a parachute as we did that. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. I want to take most of the fuel that's on here. I don't want to throw it away. So we're going to transfer it into here. Waste not, want not. And probably just need... all I want to do is deorbit this. It's going to take a tiny fraction of this. So just out. Oh, didn't want to go out. In. Okay, something's not... Oh, do we... No, I just did it from the tank right beside it. What sense does that make? Try this again. Lock that. Grab that. Out. Out. Oh, it goes in much slower than it goes out. That's useful. That's good. Okay, and then we'll just detach this and send it on its way. Yeah, there's a funky glitch going on there, that's for sure. Okay, retrograde. There we go. Just had my fingers in the wrong spots. That always helps. Goodbye. That's our station as of right now. I like it. Okay, there we go. So let's get back to the Space Center. We're going to build ourselves that runabout. Well, there was no monopropellant aboard that little tug there. I'm being told you could have used RCS to deorbit, but I didn't put any monopropellant. The only monopropellant was actually in that big storage thing. So there is no so that wouldn't have worked. I just wanted to get rid of all those RCS blocks there in the way. All right, we're gonna go into here, and we're gonna build ourselves a. And this is going to be, what was the suggestion? The Cerberus. That's what was the suggestion. Okay. I've yet to use... I want to build something that holds a crew of 4. I'm thinking 4 people. This is 2. I've yet to use this. And I just kind of want to. I mean, I could get the P, which is a 2-crewed one, and then just kind of stick 2 Ps together, which never looks terrible. You could do it that way, or you could do it that way. But remember, this is something that's not coming home. Now, what do I have? I do have the crew cabin. I think that's a smaller... Yeah. I'm not sure it's awful yet. Okay, we'll color it all later. Needs a docking port. The only one I got is the Junior, and that'll fit on nicely up there. Remember, no parachutes are going to be necessary because there's no plan to bring this down. All right, let's put some fuel on this. So the plan, for whatever reason, that doesn't look terrible. I don't think, especially if we color it well. So the I'm planning for about 2 kilometers per second. So what if we start low, come in narrow, come wide again, maybe like this? No, that's not the right size. Ooh, that's really big. I don't want to go that big. I think I'm getting too big. I think this is going to be way more than 2 kilometers per second. 3 kilometers per second. It's not way more. Go with this guy. There's about 2 kilometers per second, a TWR of about 9.96. I think it works. Maybe a little bit of... I think that one? No. Back to what I had here. This one? That's 2.5 kilometers per second. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's the idea. What do I got for solar panels? I think I still just got crappy ones. Yep. There are reaction wheels in that Mark II cockpit, I think. Yeah, and they have 5 kilonewton meters of torque, which is going to be plenty just for when it's at this state. Solar panels and batteries. Now the solar panels, I only have the aux stats. Actually, just hang on a second. Let's just save this. This is the, for now, just the Cerberus. I hope I'm spelling that right. Is it with a U or an E here? Cerberus? I can't spell. No, that looks better like that, doesn't it? Okay. Let's do a quick look. A hitchhiker, and then I got... Yeah, I just don't want it to get too big. I still got to lift this thing, and my tech is pretty limited. I just want to check to see if I have enough science to unlock another node. I have... Oh, I only have 51. That's not enough. No, I need 90. Okay, never mind. Cerberus, thank you. I think I got it right on my second try. Yep, it's right. Okay, I also need some batteries. Oh, I should stick then... Let's stick a service module down in here. Oh, I do not have... Oh, yeah, that 1.25. That works great. Yep. There. And I'm also going to put a probe body in here. My bestest probe body is still just the Octo. And then we'll put some batteries in there. That, and then I'm gonna put on 8 of these fellas. Just fill this all with batteries. That's 6, that's 8. That'll be plenty of batteries. And I'll keep these on the outside. And we'll have to put... Oh, wait. You know what else I should do? Let's remove this one. Out you go. And then remove this one from symmetry. Out you go. And I'm going to put in some monopropellant because we got to put... There's... Yeah, we got to do... So I have this guy, this roundified one, and then I have these little fellas here. There's probably monopropellant in this. Am I not mistaken? I am mistaken. There is no monopropellant aboard. I think I can get away with... I just find these are so big. That's 20. This is 7.5. So right now I have 15. You know what? Just 2 of them. It should be okay. I could retrofit it later if I need to. Tuck them in so that the doors will close. And it's also going to need an antenna. That's good. Slide her down just a little bit so that we can put an antenna in there. Antenna's going to go right here. Oh, just a single one. Again, got to make sure the doors close. Does that work? Works for me. Open, and then that can stand there. I'm happy with that. Okay. Geez, is it going to be just like this space mushroom of some kind? I'm thinking this is getting close. I don't think I'm really forgetting anything. I kind of like it. It's still got a lot. Yeah. Now what we want to do is put on some thruster blocks. How much does this thing weigh? 7.6 tons. I'm debating, should I go with the big ones or the little ones? I like the little ones. Big ones are just too big. So where's the center of mass of this puppy? Oh, right here. There we go. So we'll put 4 around here. There's a bit of a funky texture there. Does that texture disappear if I go into Bob Ross mode? No, it doesn't. I'll worry about it later. I don't think that's going to interfere with that one thruster block, so I'm just going to pretend it's fine. And then we got to put 4 more. This is the small one, right? An equal distance above. Remember, those windows aren't. Now, the one thing that is going to happen is as this thing loses fuel, that center of mass will move around. But you know what? Typically, I find the reaction wheels are so monstrous it really doesn't matter. Okay, toggles, actuation toggles. While I'm thinking about it, I was just talking about that before. And again, this guy's not coming back down. This is a one-off. I want to make her pretty. Does it need any science? No, I don't think so. We've done orbits of Minmus. We've done polar orbits of both Minmus and the Moon. There really isn't much science to collect anymore. So other than going down to the surface of those bodies, which this thing's not going to do. So I'm going to stay away from science. This is just a transport. Now, it could be entirely possible. We could build a little lander and use this thing to push a lander out to the moon or Minmus and that kind of stuff too. Like, this thing can be used for a lot of different things. But I am honestly thinking... I'm thinking this is closing in on a design. It feels too simple. Might go, what if a 6-way symmetry on these solar panels? That look a little better. Maybe. Okay. Now we're obviously going to light this sucker up. Now, what's nice about having a little surface like this is that gives a nice mounting surface for something like these little pot lights. Right? You can stick them. Oh, come on. You're going to... No, 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 no. You are going to work for me. Don't you be... Do not be bad. Yeah, I can see it. They're disappearing into the texture, but I don't care. I'm going to make you work. You're going to work for me, and you're going to look good. I'm going to grab you. You're being a pain. Okay. Snap off. I want to rotate it so that it's kind of flush. Pull them out. I use the green one too. Oh, that might be getting close. I'm looking at this one. That looks like a nice circle, I think. Geez, that came out better than I think it had any right to. And now we can turn this on. And we can use the little pitch angly doobers. And the rotate angly doobers. $150 make $130. I'm trying to figure out what's a sensible angle you should be at. That match. I don't know. I'm sure I can't tell. There. Maybe 150 felt right. Here, let's put in numbers. 150 degrees. My geometry is failing me right now. No, 145 degrees. It should be a nice angle, I think. Again, maybe 140 degrees. I'm looking at this dome and just looking, is it symmetric? I'm getting so picky. 135. That makes sense. That is 45 degrees more than 90. I'm going to go with that. There we go. I like it. So that's going to light up, I think, this zone kind of nice. Light off. I'm going to use a couple of these little dome fellas. To light up the inside of this. Again, it's going to be... Oh, no, it's not being difficult. You're being good. That one has an antenna right in it, but I think I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, 135 is what makes sense now that I think about the geometry of it. But, okay. More lights, more lights, more lights. We're going to get blinky lights. This is dorsal. This would be port. Yeah, we'll have those facing forward. How did those... Oh, they're not disappearing into textures. That's nice. Okay, we'll put these on blinking every second, and we'll make it red, and then on the other side we'll remove symmetry. You know, it's funny, and I don't want to talk too much about KSP2. I want to put that into my rear view mirror, but one of the things when playing KSP2 that they're just little things that are in KSP1 that I miss, like the ability to remove symmetry, so I could do what I just did, put a red light on this side and a green light on this side, but they're still attached symmetric mist. Besides the fact that the game basically didn't work, but that's of course a whole nother story. Let's see. Sorry, I shouldn't talk about bad things like that. Okay, I'm gonna put a little blue light here. And then put the blink on. Did I put the blink on here? I don't think I did. Blink on. Blink on. Okay. And then I want to put... Probably... I'm going to put... I like putting blinky flasher types two-way symmetry. These are going to be white and blink at quicker rate, and then I'll flip that. And same idea, except we'll remove the symmetry on this one, put it to just 1, and make it an amber color. And we'll bang those together. And then we'll get into painting and decals, and then we got to build a booster for it. Do we need anything else? I think we're good. I think we're good. The aviation lights mod, I do. I used to use the aviation lights before the game put in these little aviation lights. I think the aviation lights is a little better, but I don't like mods that sort of reproduce what the game already does. So I'm staying, yeah. So I haven't used it in a long time, I guess is the short of it. Okay, there's that. All right, let's paint this. Now, we'll start with this here. What are our options? There we are. So there's this, then there's the It's All Shiny. And then I can get into Bob Ross where I can make it anything I want. Now if I kept it the gray, then I would have to match everything else to that gray. Which I don't necessarily hate. Except interesting, the bottom of that is not very gray. Well, it sort of is. What if we took this? Use the turd mod. Change that yellow. So that's what I'm thinking. Or maybe make it all white. I don't know. I don't know. That just might be a little too drab. No, we're going to go back to this. Sorry, changing my mind. Gray's just too drab. Going to go into Bob Ross mode here. Going to open up this. We're going to churn this, and we're going to make it white. There's something about just white. Just white. You know, like that. Now we can change these outlines, these little green lines, maybe make them red. I kind of like that. And then there's these little handles for the hatches. See that? They're blue. Could make them red, or I could make them black, or I could make them gray. Could make them steely, metallic-y there. That looks good. Close that. And then if I'm going to do that, then this should be white. Now there is a green and a blue. I don't see where those green and blues are though. Where's my white? That white. Make the blue, which appears to be hinges and stuff, make them sort of metallic-y. And then make the red kind of a gray color. That's where I'm going. That's a boring gray. We have a better gray. Who's Bob Ross? You don't know Bob Ross? How can you not know Bob Ross? Okay, let's fix this one. The painter Bob Ross. You know, lovely little tree, all that stuff. Okay, wait a minute. Boom. Okay, we're gonna make that red again, that white color. We'll make the blue red so it matches the red that's lower down. And I might keep the port itself. Keep the port like that. I think okay. We do have to change all these fellas. Now the stock white might look. No, it doesn't look good enough. Okay, fine. Be that way. Once you go white, you can't go back. If this is gonna stay up in space, it's gotta look pretty. I mean, that's sorry if that's just the way it's gonna be. Absolute white there. The green's gonna be that black again. Oh, and that one changed too. That's interesting. Okay. These guys, I can't affect the color on the bottom. Just keep them like that. These guys got to be white now because they got to be. Side. Nope, that one still has to be changed. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at the chat, concentrating on this so much. This light here is still green, right? Yep, and that light's still red. Yeah, okay. Oh, well, thank you, Swerd3, who's joined us as a general rocketeer. Welcome aboard. Yeah, to store the patterns, I could do that. That would save a lot in my sad little life, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's a good idea. But then I end up doing different patterns for different rockets. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna leave the inside of this all the same. I won't mess with it. Down here we're gonna fix. This is gonna go quicker now. Let's see. Oh. I don't. Oh no, it's this way. There we go. We're just gonna change that. Just the white. Nothing fancy. This is going to just be white all the way down now. And we'll do the same with this guy. Yeah. So the red will be white. But then I'll change, now the bottom half, I'm going to change that to back to the darker. That. And then this one, there's what I'm looking for, right? No? I don't know. I guess it's this one. Okay, it's gonna all be gray, that dark. So that and that. No, that. Now leave the engine alone. How's that look? Okay, action groups. In the light action group, we're gonna toggle in that antenna, and we're also gonna toggle these doors at the same time. Retract that, close this. Now this is a whole lot of, okay, this, I should also rename this. This is the, like the Kerber, there, trying to remember my old naming patterns here. Oh, yeah, save, no. Can't, cancel. Crude Orbiter 4-01, otherwise known as the Cerberus. I'm pretty sure that's my system. Which actually reminds me, I should get some text up here. Ooh, that gets a little bit messed up in there, doesn't it? Better the other way. Oh, what happened there? Why'd you do that? Okay, it's back. There's also a depth setting that doesn't seem to do much. It does it. I can make it disappear. Okay, you know what? It's going to be what it is. That's what it is. All right. Yeah, the depth doesn't make any difference. That's what I was just trying. I can turn up the depth and it's just as much, but I can turn down the depth to a point where all of a sudden it's just the texture of that pod. But you know what? Maybe it's not so bad. Or I could put it down here. Oh, it just went black. When I set the text there, that's the other option. Maybe it'll look better down there. Especially if I go on here and do the... Which way's up? This way's up. Do that. Go to mirror symmetry. Maybe I'll just leave it there. That's not bad. Alright. Saving. Okay, we got to get this stinker into orbit. That's what we got to do. Oh, move it up. You know what? I'm going to do what I did now. So there we go. Into orbit this shall go. So we got to put a decoupler. Now I can definitely use the fuel up here to help me out to some degree, but it does have a low thrust to weight ratio. So this can help with the upper part of the insertion, but you can't do most of the work. That's for sure. I got a TD-12. Well, I do have the TD- I do have available the TD-18, and this is, I don't know if that'll look right. No. I'm debating whether or not to put a fairing on here or just live with this wacky shape. I might just live with the wacky shape, and then I might go to this. Oh no, that's really big. This one? Yeah. And then this. And then if I look at my motors, I do have a frickin' skipper. I mean, seriously, I gotta go to 2.5 for it, but I can use that. That is so much thrust. Holy cannoli. Maybe I don't need it yet. Bobcat. If I can get about 2,600 meters per second out of this lower stage, I think I kind of have it. I was thinking I'd have to go to the skipper for this, but I'm really thinking maybe I don't. Another one of these. 2,200. Again, I know this delta V is really high, but I don't want to... But I can get more. I don't want to depend on the orbiter for doing too much of the work. Jeepers creepers, I think that should do it. I was thinking I was going to have to go to my skipper engine, but not yet. I might just push it up as it is. I know there's a docking port at the top, which I kind of don't like. What do I got for... I only have that. I don't even have the little nose cones yet. Now I could... Whether this is worth my time or not, I don't know, but I could do this. Build this downwards. Why won't it like that? This might not be worth my time. But it might be a smidge more aerodynamic to do something like that. Still have a decent amount of delta V, still have a decent TWR. I think I might go with this. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If it doesn't work. Nobody's going up in this thing, by the way. I should... Oh, I'm still on... There. There. Let's make sure of that. No crew. Yeah, I'll definitely put some auto strutting in. Oh, you know what I should put on this? I should put on some form of cargo containers. This is kind of an afterthought. Might not put anything in them for now. This is very much an afterthought. You know, I'm kind of clipping them into the fuel tank a bit, which is not, I don't know, semi-kosher. It's just a good idea to have some storage ability on there. You never know what this thing might be doing in the future. TWR is still okay. Total thrust to weight's okay. I'm not going to put anything in there. But would it be worth adding some cargo? That's what I just did. I don't know if that comment was there just as I was thinking about it or what, but I just put on a couple of cargo containers. I'm going to adjust their colors. Again, just to match everything else. Change the green to, again, white. But yeah, cargo containers are a very good idea. The red to white and that blue color to that black color that you see in those other parts around it. That works for me. That. what do we got here for... We got to do that. Okay, the staging of the fairing should be just separate. And that motor should be with that. Launch clamps. Okay, and on the gear action group, we'll toggle that fairing. And decouple that node there. And we'll take this right out of the action groups. And while we're at it, clamshell deploy. 3 pieces, lots of ejection force. All right, I'm kind of thinking this might be it. Yeah, I did put action lights. I did do action groups for lights. The light action group also does the comms. I got the staging of the fairings now on the gear action group. I don't have full action groups yet. All right, let's do this thing. I'm not going to bother coloring the bottom. I'm just going to go with it. I think the launch TWR is fine. We'll see what happens. Nobody aboard. That's the important part. Nobody's aboard. No cargo aboard. Oh, I just switched. I didn't mean to do that. No cargo aboard. Why? Wait, I got peoples aboard again? Go away, you dudes. Okay, no cargo aboard. Okay, save it. Launch. Oh, I forgot the struts. I did forget the struts. Yep, this might be wobbly. I can auto strut in flight, which always feels cheaty. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. Well, the only reaction wheels are actually up in the command pod, which I thought would be fine for the orbiter, but there actually are no reaction wheels anywhere else. There is a lot of gimbaling in the Bobcat engine on the bottom. I think it should be okay. He says with a monstrous amount of confidence. Okay, we're going to the station. And let's see how this goes. It's going to be another sunset launch, it looks like. Not quite. Yeah, this might not work, but there's nobody aboard. That's what we got to keep remembering. Nobody's aboard. Everything's fine as far as that goes. A little more time warping. But you're right, I did forget the struts. The sun is hiding in those clouds there. We'll look at it from this side. Okay, there. Whoops, that was on already. Throttle up. And on there, go. There also might be too much drag up here at the top, so it might want to flip out. I might go for a steeper ascent than I normally do, because I'm a little concerned about control. That's a way of dealing with that. So I'll wait till 75 and then not knock it over as much. Oh, I don't have lock to prograde. Okay, no lock to prograde because there's nobody aboard. No level 2 pilot for me. Through the clouds we go. I love that. I love that. Going up. Just following the old prograde vector there. Ain't bad. Honestly, I thought it was going to be wobblier. I thought it was going to be more wobbly. If I really trusted the aerodynamics of this thing, I'd be taking SAS off and just letting it passively follow the prograde vector. Trust is not a thing with me right now. Actually, I think it's doing pretty good. I'm pretty pleased. Starting to reduce throttle a little bit. This thing can fly with the fairing still on it if I need to. Like if I can stage before the fairing separation, unlike the previous launch you saw a little earlier. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of hold this attitude here for a little bit. more tapping. About to stage that big booster. And now we're on to just a little baby Terrier engine, full throttle. Let's see, does this time hold steady? It kind of does. Kind of does. It's doing it. It's doing it. Looks very, very dorky right now. We'll lose the fairing. Actually, I can lose the fairing now. What am I talking about? There it goes. Unfortunately, I knew that was going to happen. I haven't unlocked Separatrons yet. Normally, I'd stick a Separatron in there and blow it off to the side, but I do not own any Separatrons yet. I'm still pretty low on the tech tree, all things considered. And remember, there is quite a lot of fuel on the station, so I think once I get there, I'm using up some fuel now, but the idea is that I'll get there and fuel it up. I guess at some point... Oh, I need more throttle. At some point, I probably should build some sort of fuel barge that I could use to keep this thing fueled. Oh, thank you very much there, Swear. So I guess it is Swear, isn't it? All right. Oh, I'm letting my periapsis climb way too far ahead of me. I'm just noticing that. Calm her down. I'm going to lose that nose cone too. Oh dear. Okay, I lost my connection, but I should be able to, if I open up lights. Can I not even do that? Lights. There it goes. And the antenna should get me a connection again. Come on. Whoa. I'm going too far up. Why do I not have a connection? I built a whole relay network. What the frickety frack? I built a whole relay network. Why is it not communicating with either of these two relays? Is it out of range? Okay, I might have not done a very good job with my relay network. Now, I should roll this with the blue. Oh, I can't do anything with this thing. The antenna's deployed. There it is. Weird. Electricity. Yeah, I should have plenty of electricity. Yep. I'll put a ton of batteries on this. Okay, we are still 5 minutes from Apple Wapsis, so I'm not in a panic state. I'm just curious. There, now I got a very weak signal out to that relay. I guess. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got to do some calculating. I guess these relays are further away than they should be. Well, they're not working very well for me, are they? Okay. All right. Anyway, we're working now. I'm just saying this thing now has a definite up to it. So I'll put the blue of the nav ball up. Right? Because that'll get the writing to be up. Wow, so either I have to reinvestigate those relays. Maybe I can just bring them down to a lower orbit? I don't know. Some more thought definitely needs to go into them. Well, you're very much there, Paddles, if I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Paddles VR. I'm glad the tutorials help. I am kind of out of doing tutorials when it comes to KSP. I really do think I've kind of covered all the basics. But I tell ya, the one thing I'm thinking about is maybe if Kitten Space Program comes out, and I don't want to get too excited about something because you never know. But if that comes out and is really successful, might be revisiting the whole idea of doing tutorials again. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? 30 seconds from Apple Wapsis. Hardly have to raise it at all. I'm looking at the time too, and it does not look like getting to Minmus is in the cards, but I do think we got ourselves a nice vessel. So the job is just going to be to get it over there, over to the station right now. Okay, that is that. All right, station set as a target. Oh, other way. Oh. Okay, half a kilometer, 0.3. I think that's good. 0.3. What am I doing right now? Right now, we have just built ourselves here the Cerberus. There it is, the Cerberus. It is on its way to a station, which is going to be its home port. And this thing should be capable of basically, it's a space-only vehicle. Its job is going to be to just travel around the Kerbin system. So go from Kerbin to the moon or Kerbin to Minmus and be able to come back to its home port at its station. That is the whole idea. So right now, we just built it. We successfully launched it. And the next step in all this is getting it to the station, where there's a crew waiting for it. And then it's going to be on to Minmus, but I do think Minmus is going to be for next week. Looking at where we are in the where we are in the stream here, or time-wise, I'm talking. I can get words out. I think you know what I mean. Okay, and let's see, do I have to give a little? Oh no, RCS. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So 362. Oh, I got solar panels all the way around, so that's nice. I don't have to... Okay, we're about 13 minutes away. My communication system is not working quite as well as I'd hoped, but... oh well. Oh shoot, speaking of which... lost communications again. Gosh dang it. So it's when It is, see where it is? I have a relay over here and a relay over here, and it's like a good distance. It's like halfway between them. You know what I could do? This is going to be cheap, but if I just simply launched another set of relays and put them in between, like another the exact same vehicle, put them in between these ones, that would prevent this from happening. I think I just need another 3. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. I think that would solve the problem. But right now, oh, I got my signal again. Good. And I'm 1 minute and 20 seconds away, so gosh darn it. Couldn't have happened at a better time. Let's slow down. Where is my F4? There it is. We're okay. But if that went on for another minute or so, we would have been in trouble. So I'm just burning very lightly here. Just bringing down this distance. I'm looking at my time. It's ticking down slowly, but no rush. Oh, I just realized something else. Oh no, there is a docking port. Nope, there is a docking port. I was about to say I've used up all my docking ports, but there isn't. There's a new docking port on the end of the fuel module. Everything's good. Alright, station coming into view. We're 20 seconds away, so I'll have to keep slowing down. This is where it's very hard to look at the chat, because I really do have to look at my numbers coming in here. Okay, slow down a lot. Slow down a lot. You're coming in pretty quick. Okay, and again, I think I got to come northwards, so a little more that way. No, that feels the wrong way. Why? Oh, because it's retrograde, you ding-dong. So because you're retrograde, if you want to go north, you put the vector on the south. Oh my gosh. You'd think I'd never done this before. Okay, that should be good. Slow down a little bit more this time. Okay, control from here. And this is our target up here. Oh, that's the wrong way. This way, this way, this way. I think that's right. Yeah. Just feel like I'm not getting there quick enough. It's not going sideways quick enough, I mean. The RCS is working well. We never did test this as its first test. I'm glad I went with the smaller blocks. Again, overshot just a little bit. A little wobbly, can't get in there. There you go. That wasn't my prettiest one. Okay, we're there. We're there. Now, we can take advantage of the fact that we have fuel in reserve here, so we can take this fuel can. And I don't know how much of this I can fill up. Came in with enough as it was. Definitely have to come up with a fuel barge situation for that. Okay, there. And same here. Fill that. Can we fill this whole vessel? That'd be sweet. And that one. And I can also, there's monopropellant can. I think I hardly used any of the monopropellant, so I won't worry about it. But there's monopropellant cans here hiding as well. But I'm thinking, looking at the time of the stream, that's mission accomplished. Again, our next mission, the first mission for this, we're going to get the Deluxe and Bill aboard. And we're going to head out to Minmus. And in orbit about Minmus, we have, right there, poor little Mark VM's derelict. We're going to rescue Mark in orbit around Minmus. That's going to be the first mission of the Cerberus, but looking at the time of the stream, that's going to have to be for next week. So in the meantime, I want to thank everybody in the chat. I want to thank everybody who's watching this at a later date. And of course, an extra special thank you to everybody that supports this channel directly, either through Patreon or through YouTube membership. Have yourself a fantastic week, and we'll see you all next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.